to do this on Numbani. So you
Exactly.
saw Harry Hook run the 76. So a lot like what EnVy did on that first point on Numbani. It looks like that's what they're going to go with going into Valskaya here. And on the side of Immortals, obviously, a lot of time for them to make some adjustments. I know you probably will not see Grim in person. You know, obviously, you would not go with three supports.
Go with
here,
your heart.
Goldenboy.
Go with your heart and believe in yourself, you know?
No, you don't gotta do that.
If you want to bust out that gun and just if you think, you know, if you think you can succeed.
Well, I think Agilities and Grim Reality have done a very good job. I know Grim Reality, especially there on Numbani, but it's just been protecting their supports. That's really where it's kind of fallen apart, where, you know, Kariv and Verbo gotten a lot of pressure coming from Effect and Taimu. So we'll see here at the beginning. It'll be Fate running a Winston here for Immortals, solo tank, as they'll have EnVy running the Sombra.
Yeah, solo tank actually. This is quite interesting. You know, maybe they have identified that the Doomfist will be a problem, and they really don't think that the D.Va can handle it. I don't know. Like, there's a wide variety of ideas and theories that one can throw around here, Matt.
Well, again, I mean, you see Verbo falling again to Taimu. At the beginning of Numbani, what happened? It was Taimu able to get a pick early on Kariv, stalled out Immortals' first push. This time it's Taimu taking out Verbo, and look how fast he's building towards that EMP. So things already going very well for EnVy.
Yeah, this is not what you want to happen if you are Immortals. But EnVy, though, has a plan, and he's looking to get around, and he smells blood. Chips Hodgins going to be in a bad position, and that is going to be a full clip right into Chips. And that could open things up now for Immortals as they are looking to engage. They still, though, need to be cautious because EnVy at a drop of a hat could come back into this fight. They always have a knack for doing so there.
Well, I mean, EnVy, I know they're not going to have this spawner's advantage. You see the EMP come in there, Effect able to take out two. It's a big play there from Effect as it's just going to be Fate. Ooh, last one alive. He gets hit with a pulse bomb. Mickey's able to take him out. It's a very good hold there for EnVy. It looked like things was going to go in favor of Immortals, right? They pick up a few kills. They're waiting, you know, getting on the point. You know, they had the spawner's advantage, but it's a big play from Taimu and then Effect.
You took out Chips first, right? Like, you lost your support early on, but yet it doesn't really seem to bother EnVy. They'll always just continue to find a way to, to just win out these fights here. Immortals, though, not a team to be taken lightly by any stretch of the imagination. As they're looking, and they did get that first tick there, though. EMP is going to drop as well for Taimu. Taimu immediately taking out Kariv, and this is basically just going to be another slow attack, actually a dead attack for Immortals.
Well, you saw it was Fate. He jumped up onto the high ground. Taimu snuck down back towards that point. With Sombra was able to land an EMP on 2 or 3 players. You take them out. Grim Reality stuck behind enemy lines. Just splits off everybody from Immortals. So EnVy will hold on the defensive end again. You do have Mickey with a self-destruct, Coco with a primal rage. Now you get a Transcendence as well. Effect just deletes Kariv there, so now you're going to have to wait again if you're Immortals. These first opening picks going in favor of EnVy have been huge.
Yeah, it's, again, you're constantly taking out the supports early in these fights, and Immortals, they are feeling it. It is hurting them every single time. They look like they have an approach. They look like they have an attack. And then, oh, my support's dead. Now it's time for me to draw back and get back to it and see if we can make it work again. But now we have a lot of ults online, but EnVy was not able to get off that EMP because Taimu took out the rival Sombra. And now this is not looking good here for Immortals as they lose 2 just now, and Fate's not in a great spot either. He's getting whittled down quickly.
Yeah, and I mean, Grim Reality is able to take out Chips here. He was actually still behind enemy lines from earlier, staying alive, but now you're going to have to regroup if you're Immortals here. Only 45 seconds left. And to be, I mean, you didn't even really get EnVy to burn any of their ultimates. As soon as Taimu takes out EnVy at the beginning of that fight, I mean, EnVy has the EMP, not able to get anything with it because not able to use it. And now, you know, EnVy, they know they don't have to invest any more ults into that fight. They take everybody out, but now this next one's going to be a doozy. You have so many ultimates on the side for both teams.
Oh, it's going to be a laser light show, X. I can't wait. See how this all pans out. Look for EnVy to engage with this EMP, and they know that he has the EMP. Surely you know he has the EMP if he hasn't popped it just yet. He's just looking for the prime opportunity to do so, forcing the primal rage now out of Fate. Agilities, see if he can use that Dragon Blade to the best of his ability. But I just don't think it's going to play much of a factor here, honestly, with the way that EnVy, they're forcing him out. Mickey able to get the kill on EnVy in turn. And this is going to be another hold here for EnVy, potentially. I mean, granted, you know, anything can happen in Overwatch, but just the way things have worked out for Immortals, they just could not figure out this attack.
Yeah, and EnVy did an excellent job staying spread out. They knew that EnVy had that EMP. When the EMP comes in, you could take a look. You know, when Harry Hook uses that sound barrier, there were still members of EnVy affected by it. Why? They spread out. They all didn't get hit by that EMP. And EnVy gets a first point hold here against the Immortals.
That was just very impressive. You know, couple takeaways from that one. Losing your support so early in the fight. Immortals, you know, how do you remedy that? How do you fix that? And then you had Fate, who really couldn't get anything going. Grim Reality, though, Grim Reality and EnVy were able to get some things going, attacking the back line. Chips was picked off a couple times, but it just wasn't enough to lead to a point capture for them. And now look, they have barely any. The yellow triangle of success.
Yeah, I mean, Taimu did an excellent job on the Sombra, just able to stay alive, just be a nuisance there with effect. Use those EMPs, I know, very effectively, as now it'll be EnVy on offense. They only need to get a little bit more than one tick, and they will take Volskaya and go up 3-0 in this series. Which is a big shocker, you know, I expected the series to be very close once it started, but, you know, EnVy has looked extremely impressive here. Our first match of the North American section of Contenders Season 1.
Yeah, they really have. I mean, I shouldn't say that I'm shocked because we all know that EnVy is a great team, as is Immortals. I think I'm more shocked with the way things are happening for Immortals than I am that EnVy's winning, if that makes sense, you know? Because like I really had thought we'd get a little bit more of a back and forth going on here between these two teams. This is Immortals' pick, after all. They just couldn't open it up, man.
Yeah, so now Immortals on defense. They'll have Kriv run the Sombra. Verbo, you know, he'll be on the Lucio, and then you'll get Agilities and Grim Reality staying on the Genji Tracer combo. See effect on Tracer for EnVy. See if he can get some opening picks.
EnVy in the back line, though.
But still, I mean, you're so worried about effect that Taimu is just able to cause so much damage, you know, on the 76. Just creates so much space for him to operate, which I know if you are Immortals, you do not want to see Taimu just going to get free reign to just mow down players on the 76. And you see Fate dive in there, he's going to get hit with a Discord Orb, and good job of just, you know, prioritizing targets. They're able to deal with him quick.
Yeah, the first pick, though, will be on Chip, so that could slow down the EnVy push just for the time being. You start to see them disengage because they ended up losing that support. And they know, hey, you know, if we don't have Chips here, let's just go ahead and take it slow, wait for him to come back. They ended up, you know, having Harry Hook and Chips as well coming back to this fight. So now we're going to see EnVy look to engage yet again. Question is, though, will this be the fight that gives them another map win? Is this the fight that will make it 3-0 here? As Mickey is on the point right now. Actually, all members of EnVy just circulating around that point there, and they just can't do anything about it. Agility tries to dive in with the Dragon Blade, but I think this is all she wrote. They're right there, and that's going to do it. GG.
Yeah, you had Immortals playing around Kriv on the Sombra. He gets the MP. They're playing off of that Mega, and Fate falls at the beginning of that fight. EnVy just gets on the point. Only a few players affected by the EMP. The Tac Visor comes in from Taimu. He's able to get one or two. Just an easy point here for EnVy to get, as they are now up 3-0 here. Looking to get a 4-0 sweep of Immortals.
If you would have told me going into this game that Immortals will get 4-0'd by EnVy, I would have said, like, no, maybe like a, you know, like 2-2 or 3-2 or 2-1 or whatever. You know, I just would have felt like the game would have been, you know, a much different kind of thing here. It's just not the case. In fact, getting the play of the game there as well as he should. He's been having such an incredible series so far.
Yeah, he's been fantastic. Whether it's on the Doomfist or the Tracer, we've been talking a lot about him. You know, but I think it's with him in combination of Coco and the space that they're able to create for Taimu. Whether it's Taimu putting down, you know, damage on, you know, guys like Fate or EnVy just jumping in on the Winston or the Diva, but also keeping Chips and Harry alive for most of the time. We have not really seen from the side of Immortals them being able to get those first picks on the EnVy supports.
Yeah, you know, EnVy, even though when you saw on the defensive side that Chips was picked off, it didn't really matter all that much because there was no follow-up from Immortals because they were just getting picked all over the place. In any case, so next map, you see it right there. Bam.
It's right there.
Watch Point Gibraltar. It's right there. It's right there. Watch Point Gibraltar. You know, where's it located, X?
It's located in Gibraltar.
In Gibraltar.
Yep, that's where Watch Point Gibraltar is. I mean, it's in the title, Goldenboy. You don't really need much of an explanation.
don't know. I don't know if I agree with that.
But
if I had to get it's like in Puerto Rico or something. I'd like it to be in Puerto Rico.
you could tell me it's anywhere and I would believe you. But looks like Envy will be defense here. The start of Gibraltar. We'll see if Immortals can get anything going. Obviously, in terms of the overall season, map wins are pretty important. You
Indeed
do not want to go down 0-4 to an opponent, especially your first match of the season. Like, you'd expect it to go, well, you want it to go, obviously, better than this. As just looking at some of the things from the side of Envy, they still have some time to change things up, but
yeah.
Maybe you see Taimu on the Sombra again. He's been very effective for EnVyUs. And look, I mean, Chips, whether it's on the Zen or the Ana, has done an excellent job keeping his teammates alive.
Tactor for the win. We're going to get it, man. Is his dream real?
Nope.
Is his dream happening?
Nope, definitely not going to happen.
There was that one guy in the sign in Sydney. He really believed that it was going to happen. We got it. I think did we get it? No, we almost got it in Sydney. There you go. You see it at the top. Tactor, man. Believe in yourself, Grim.
Nope. He's definitely going to go back to Tracer.
No.
You're definitely not going to see the short period.
Stop being smart, okay? I don't.
Not being smart. I'm just being obvious, Goldenboy.
I don't need your obvious intelligence in this situation. I just want a Tactor. Damn
yeah, you can see down at the bottom, Mickey on the Diva just playing around that close corner. Probably just going to put some pressure on the start here, from Immortals, so they can't kind of get that card around the corner. They'll just dive up on that high ground right away. Harry firing a Helix rocket up top as you see Fate and Envy just trying to get control of the bridge here for Immortals, and they see Mickey around the corner, so they have to change up some of their tactics, get him out of this position before they try and get this payload around.
Ooh, and Grim, man, he almost was sleeping with the fishes on that one. Agility's looking to dive in here as they're just going to force everyone to have to get down now. And this is looking to be a great dive here for Immortals as they push them away. Harry Hook, just barely any help remaining, though, still managing to stay alive, which is absurd. But it won't matter all that much because Immortals are getting the kills that are necessary, the eliminations. Now they're just going to bring this payload down their merry way. And that was a great engage there from Immortals. They identified right away that they just wanted to take to the high ground, really push Harry out of an advantageous position. And that now gives them full reign to be able to advance this payload forward.
I mean, they were able to deal with Coco quick. They got Mickey out of that position around the corner, so it allows them to get up towards that high ground. Grim connects with Coco on a pulse bomb. So now you get another big kill at the beginning of the fight here for Immortals. You see Mickey, they're just stalling things out here on top of the payload. So Grim Reality, for me, he's really impressed me on the Tracer. I think he's done a fantastic job for Immortals. It's just been some stellar play from Envy. It's really kind of negated his effect.
Yeah, they haven't been able to, to gel. They haven't been able to, to like make it work thus far. But there have been moments of greatness, like you said, X. I do agree with you. I mean, we know that the 6 players on this team and the talent that they bring to the table here, winning against Envy isn't out of the realm of possibility. This is the Season 0 champions. I mean, these guys went really uncontested in Season 0, right? And here we are now, Envy just doing some impressive work.
So here for Team EnVyUs, you do have the Nanovisor combination, and you do have the EMP. So you see Envy trying to go challenge that high ground on the Diva.
Not today.
Gets hit with an EMP mid-flight. He will fall to the ground. Kills exchanged from both sides. The Dragon Blade comes out from Agility. He's only able to get one before he falls. As now the fight goes back towards the payload here. As it looked like Immortals wanted to challenge Harry on the high ground, but that EMP comes in. They're not effectively able to get up there.
Yeah, not quite just yet, but they are getting the kills though, X. They are getting the kills, and this is their chance to be able to push the payload forward now. They took out Harry, they took out Coco. Really, you just have some pesky supports that are going to try and play around. You have Mickey trying to protect everyone. This is a successful push here, but won't be shocked if Envy, they try and go for another attack here yet again, as they're waiting for that prime moment, that prime opportunity. Harry Hook has switched out of the 76, and never mind, they're just gonna hold it back and say, forget it. Let's just go ahead, fight inside of the, inside of the shuttle bay, and call it a day.
Yeah, I mean, they only had Coco in effect there. I know effect goes out, he challenges on the payload for a second. It looked like Coco was waiting for the rest of his teammates, and potentially he may have challenged that if they got there, was able to use the Primal Rage, but Envy decides to back up. They'll group up together here, and it's going to pay off. As Effect takes out 2, Envy will get demeched here as Effect just running through them. They hold on to the Primal Rage as well. Stops Immortals from making any more progress.
Yeah, that was another good attack from EnVy there on the defense because they recognized that they had that opportunity and they just went right after it. Effect, man, the way he's just getting right in their faces, and that also, if you think about it as well, where Immortals have an opportunity to like engage. I mean, they don't really have that many. You have the 2 chokes on the bottom and the two chokes up top. And that is going to make things a tad bit more challenging, especially with the way that Chips can throw down those biotic nades. Like, there's a realm of possibilities that can happen here.
That is a perfect bionic grenade from Chips. It connects on 3 players. It forces out the Transcendence because Effect is still behind enemy lines. There he connects with the Pulse Bomb. It's a beautiful nade coming out from Chips. Able to set this whole thing up for Team EnVyUs. You see Agilities pops the Dragon Blade, not able to get anything. Trying to deal with Taimu up top. It's a beautiful play there from Chips and Effect. Effect behind enemy lines. Chips nailing that biotic grenade.
And Agility's finally getting his mark there on Taimu. Now looking for Chips, but he's not going to be in the best of spots. Not a lot of health remaining as well. He didn't get hit with that nade that had to force him back. But Chips, oh man, he's caught off guard there, and he will fall. Fate will make sure of that one as the rest of Immortals now. They pick up the kills necessary to progress the payload forward. And that was a great engagement there from them, and they knew they had Chips in a really precarious situation. They tackled it. This is a big opportunity now for Immortals here, man. They need this win. Go ahead and see what Effect did here as well. The pulse bomb on the pulse bomb killing Grim Reality. It was actually a pulse bomb on the back of Fate there, which is pretty funny.
And you see Immortals so close to unlocking this second checkpoint here. Grim Reality trying to stay alive. EnVy picks up Mickey with the self-destruct. Here comes Agilities with another Dragon Blade as Fate pops the Primal Rage. Agilities trying to find anything. Second Dragon Blade in a row. Really hasn't gotten a lot for it, but just still, and he's able to stay alive with 2 kills there. As this looks like it will be Immortals unlocking the second checkpoint, going towards the final stage of the map.
Yeah, despite them not getting much out of the, on the kill feed with those Dragon Blades, once that Dragon Blade comes out, that right there just really prompts everyone else to go in and engage, because now people are just going to be playing, scared and paranoid from Agilities as Dragon Blades. So overall, I would say it's been working out the way that I imagine. I'm sure they would like to get kills with it, but hey, if they can just push in, wipe everyone out and keep pushing the payload forward, right? Like, who cares who gets the kill?
I mean, obviously, EnVy is going to back up once the Dragon Blade comes in as well. So in that situation where you just needed a little bit of space, it gives you room to operate. It'll be a Pulse Bomb coming out from Grim Reality. You take out Harry Hook at the beginning of the fight. That is huge. As now one of the supports for Team EnVyUs will fall. Grim Reality trying to stay alive here. Coco pops the Primal Rage just to stay up for EnVy, trying to buy the boys in blue some time.
But again, right, like, you had a great Pulse Bomb there on Harry Hook. You took him out of the equation for the time being. But you didn't really, you had to disengage, because EnVy always, they find a way to just answer back to get that, the trade for those kills. It's just something that EnVy has been doing a lot in this series, and it's been working out very well for them. Now looking at Kareev, some awesome support play, as he's really just trying to be the general of the battlefield here. And EnVy now with the Zarya, my personal favorite, charging right into this one. Dragon Blade's gonna come out though for Agilities. He will get 2, but shut down though by Coco. Could that be the window of opportunity they were looking for, as Fate is gonna keep them trapped inside of their spawn room though? Despite that, Effect is causing a lot of problems though by the payload and not allowing them to progress it the way that they would have wanted to, given the advantage that they had in that situation, X. And now they just gotta like play it back a bit more, wait for those supports to get back into it, and re-engage yet again. They have 33 seconds to work with now. Transcendence is gonna come through.
Well, Agilities uses that Dragon Blade, and he actually takes out Taimu, who pops the attack visor there. But it is EnVy able to still hold on. 24 seconds left on the clock. As EnVy, they have both support ults here. Mickey getting very close to a grab. And right there, you will have EnVy fall, so you're going to have to wait for your Zarya to get back into play. Grim Reality or somebody from Immortals going to have to get a touch to send this into overtime.
Yeah, it's all in Grim Realities just get picked off by Effect there, and they're going to find themselves 2 kills as well. Now it's going to be time here for Immortals, but they can't get to the payload in time, and that will be it. Oh man, that was a tough one.
just effect, man. It'll just take out so many players on the Tracer so fast there.
Yeah.
Looked like Grim Reality was going to be the ideal person to get a touch on the payload. Effect able to win that engagement first, him, and then it just kind of falls apart there for Immortals. They're not able to get a touch.
Yeah, because you saw right there, Grim Reality, he was waiting right by that Mega Health. He was competent. He was like, I'm just going to chill here for a second and wait for the prime opportunity. And then Effect was like, nope, sniffed you out. And he just chased right after that. And, you know, like there were a series of events that had occurred there. I mean, I don't want to, you know, make it seem like Grim was the sole reason there, because it certainly wasn't the case. Envy, man. You take out a support, but yet they still find a way. They're always out there. They're always grinding, X. This is the thing that has impressed me so much in this series here.
I think the fight that Immortals needed to really take advantage of is when Agility's picked up 2 with that blade. He was able to take out Taimu, who he shut down the tac visor, and he was able to get a support in the back. That's really when they needed to get aggressive and push on in.
Fate was Primal Raged on the doorway, but who was there at the payload being a nuisance? Effect. He was there preventing them from being able to make any progress, and he was just zipping around very quickly. Again, this is just, this has been the Effect show for me, because whether it be Doomfist or Tracer, he's been at the right place at the right time and doing the right things.
So see if Immortals can hold on the defensive end, get a map win here against Envy. Obviously, Envy up 3-0 in the series here. We'll see how maybe Taimu sticks with the Widowmaker here at the start. It's a map where obviously you can make Widowmaker very effective. You can force the other team, you know, further back, obviously behind cover. Nobody wants to go challenge a Widowmaker just in plain sight. And it looks like we will see Widow here at the start of the game.
Yeah, I want to see what Taimu can do as the Widowmaker, as he's looking for those early picks there. But you know what? Wisely enough, you know, they're not going to give him much to work with. Wait, I may have spoke too soon there, because Verbo was not in the best of spots. Envy, though, is going to pick off the mech for Mickey, and that could affect a little things that could hurt them a bit, but I really don't see that being the case here, especially when they just continue to dive the back line. And Taimu's going to pick up Grim Reality there as well, and de-suit the Diva, and that is going to be Envy rolling through this one. Overall, man, just you gotta commend Envy for just how they attack everything. It's okay.
Well, look, if you're going to give Taimu space on the Widowmaker, he is going to make you pay for it.
Yeah.
He was able to demech Envy, take out Grim Reality, and then also take out Kariv there, and then take out Grim Reality again off the spawn. Is going to obviously push him back to the next spawn point here, not spawn up with the rest of his team. So it's going to force Immortals even further back here as see Taimu getting set up up top here. See if he can do anything with the infra sight. He's going to know exactly where everybody's coming from on the side of Immortals. So we can take a quick look from Taimu's POV here. You can see the headshots start to come in.
Looking for another height.
That's
a good one.
Filthy.
That was actually, that was nasty. That was a really, really good shot. You're not getting away from there, buddy. Oh, dear. All right, well, let's go back to Taimu. And again, he's just, man, wait, was that an early pick there? Am I just going crazy?
No, that was all part of the replay.
That was part of the replay.
Yep.
I'm old, okay? I'm sorry. I was like a little confused. I was like, wait a minute, did we switch just yet? This is new for me. Anyway, that being said, though, Envy. They engage with the Transcendence there. Both dueling Transcendences on both sides. And Chip's not in the best of spots as he's going to get focused out. Mickey, though, able to take out Verbo. That is going to be the second point capture, though, as Envy continue to put bodies on the payload here. And that should be a clear out. Immortals just not able to find much out of this. Bless you, Envy.
Yes, now, I mean, Immortals, this is a very tough position to be in. I mean, EnVyUs has more than 5 minutes to get the payload right to the golden box there. You see around the corner, you see Taimu now. He'll switch off of the Widowmaker here. He'll go over to McCree, and you're gonna have Mickey go to the Zarya. So get a little bit more control here. See if you can open some space up for Taimu. You know, get some of the players from Immortals getting very aggressive around this corner, able to pick them off. And here comes Agilities with that Dragon Blade, able to get one.
And the moment you heard that Dragon Blade come out, you saw the caution that Envy had there in that moment. But they are going to play this one smart as they go inside, focus a couple kills there. But could that be their reckoning as Immortals try and focus them inside? They're going to hold this one back for the time being, though. Envy disengaging, looking for that chance to go in. Look for Taimu as well to just get those crazy shots on McCree. His accuracy is bananas. Hasn't really found much just yet, though, and he is getting focused down early on. Oh, no, he will end up falling there, and that was going to come courtesy of Fate. Effect now trying his best to be able to find any kills, but the Transcendence for Immortals looking to just keep them in this fight here, and I think Effect knows that this is not a winnable fight at the very moment. They need to wait for their teammates, but they're so close to victory, X.
But he has controlled the high ground now, Effect, so that's going to give Taimu a little bit more space here to operate. He'll be able to get around this corner and start to make a difference. And you see the Transcendence coming in from Chips, trying to keep Taimu and friends alive. Effecto able to take out Kariv on the other side.
Yeah, and he had the, he also had a pulse bomb as well, but whatever the case may be, it's gonna be all Envy. Graviton Surge comes through for him as well, and that is gonna be a victory for EnVyUs as they will take it 4-0 against the Season 0 champions, Immortals. Wow.
That is a commanding win from Team EnVyUs. You know, coming in, we highlighted this as our match of the day. It was all Envy from start to finish. Very impressive, you know, multiple different comps. We saw Mickey run, you know, the D.Va and the Zarya at times. Taimu run everything. You know, the Sombra, the 76, the McCree, Effecto on the Doomfist and Tracer, for me at least. He was such an impressive player here this first match of their season.
Gotta love seeing a support play the game. Just saying, it's awesome, and especially when it's Harry Hook. But wow, Envy 4-0 over Immortals, your Season 0 Overwatch Contenders champions. Now for Envy, I mean, you know, they're at the top of the mountain here, and I think a lot of people are looking at them, including our matchup coming up next between Rogue and Envision. And I think a lot of people are wondering, you know, how talented, how much further can this Envy team take this current Well,
I think they're going to be a tough team to game plan for, because they showed us here today just how many versatile comps and how many different looks they can give you from week to week. They can change it up so much and not skip a beat. I think Envy is going to be a very difficult team to prepare for a lot of these teams.
I couldn't agree more. Envy wins 4-0 yet again, but let's go ahead and dive deeper into the matchup. Send it over to Chris Puckett and the crew.